Hi haters, this is my world, so it's all in my favor. I like all girls, yeah, all type of flavors, but that don't matter, cause I just got my baby.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online, my city don't show me no loving, that's fine. Fuck local radio stations, I got more plays than all of these rappers combined. I'm going again, I've been going in, I'm fed up with so many things, I gotta just let it all out. I'm talking about the shit they've been talking about, telling me I should do this, telling me I should do that, telling me things about rap, talking the truth and that stab in my back, they will knock me off track. No, too many things have been building, been hard to deal with, I just been drinking. Remember my moves in the past, I'm wondering what was I thinking.
What's up guys, T-Han. Today I'm going to be bringing you another build video. So I've had a lot of people ask me what my Playmaker build is, and I actually have two separate builds. I'm going to go over both of them in this video. I'm going to go over both of them in this video, but I'm also going to go over a point forward for you small forwards out there. So this may be a little long of a video, and I'll go ahead and leave the builds down in the description below if you just want to skip to whatever you want. They'll be in the description below. Alright, so the first one I'm going to go over is what I call a shooting playmaker. The other one I have is the 6'7", which is going to be a dunker. It's going to be a slashing playmaker, if you will. But I'm going to go over the shooting one first. So, of course, you want to go point guard playmaker, and your height is going to be 6'3". The reason I went with 6'3" is because he has 2 more points in shooting all around, except for driving layups. Now, of course, the standing dunk is a little bit lower, but you're not really going to be doing the standing dunks as a 6'3" playmaker. Now, the thing that sold me on this is going to be the speed. This is the only playmaker that has a 94 speed, unless you minimize the weight, which we'll get to that here pretty quick. But it also has a 94 vertical, and I mean, it has a little bit better of stats. Now, you can go with 6'4", because when we alter our stuff later on, you'll kind of even out. But once again, it's up to you. 6'3", 6'4" will work. Wingspan is going to be kind of a preference type of thing. You can either go minimize it to get extra shot, or you can maximize it, which is going to make it to where you can shoot higher up. Like it kind of gives you a reach advantage when you're shooting. It makes it harder for them to block. It's not going to make it too terribly hard since you're only 6'3", but you can also snag boards. It's up to you. Me personally, I recommend going with minimum, but a lot of people say go max, since patch 5 made it to where you could shoot it no matter what, basically. So once again, preference, I recommend minimum. Weight, once again, this is going to be a shooter. You're not going to be driving in on people. You're not going to be boxing people out. You don't really need to be doing any of that. That's going to be a build here in a little bit. So for weight, I recommend going 170. Reason is because you're going to get that extra speed, you're going to get that extra acceleration, and you're going to get that extra speed with the ball. Now, it does cap out at 94, which your speed's already at 94, so it's not going to go up any higher, but your acceleration is going to go up and your speed with the ball is going to go up. That's going to make it a 94, so you'll be max for your speed. Of course, if you boost it, you'll be a 99, which, once again, that's up to you if you want to do that. Shoulder width is going to go back to your wingspan. If you want to minimize it, you can. It's going to give you extra shot. If you want to maximize it, you can. It's going to give you an extra reach, etc., etc. Handed, once again, that's going to be a preference. It doesn't matter. Right doesn't shoot better than left, and left doesn't shoot better than right. Just pick whatever hand you want. And your number, pick whatever your favorite number is. So that's going to be it for the shooting point guard. So let's go ahead and get right into the slashing point guard. So with this one, you're going to go 6'7". Now you can go point guard or shooting guard, it doesn't really matter, but I recommend point guard because you would usually get matched up against smaller people, which is going to make it easier for you to drive. 6'7", it says that you lose a lot of speed and everything like that. Now your speed without the ball is going to be like a 86 or something like that, but since you're a playmaker, you're going to have the ball most of the time, and the speed with the ball is going to be a 94. So yeah, you heard it right. You're going to be a lot faster with the ball than without the ball, which doesn't make any sense, but that's just the way 2K works. It says that your driving layup is going to go down. I really haven't noticed any problem with it. Standing dunk is fine. You know, you can do standing dunks. Your blocks are going to help a lot because you're going to be guarding smaller people at this point guard position. Your defensive rebounds is going to help a lot because, once again, you'll be boxing out smaller people most of the time, and I am able to snag over 7'3" centers. So I'm telling you right now, 6'7" is my favorite when it comes to playmaker. Also, if you watch my hotspots video, the mixtape I had before, I was actually using my Playmaker, my 6'7" Playmaker, so that tells you right there that the 6'7" could be deadly from deep if you want to. It could be deadly from mid-range. So I would say all in all, the 6'7" is going to be a better all-around player. Now you are going to sacrifice some shooting from, say, the 6'3", but I say it makes up for it since you're going to be a lot taller and you'll be able to go in. You'll be more versatile. So my personal favorite, 6'7". Wingspan, when I first made my 6'7", I made it, I think that was actually the first player I made. I made it the first day I had 2K. I minimized the wingspan because you're shooting. That is going to change. I say for this player, since you're going to mainly be driving in, you're going to basically be the Russell Westbrook of the playmakers, right? You want to maximize your arm length. You're gonna maximize your wingspan. You're gonna maximize your shoulder width, and the reason is because your arms are going to be longer. You're going to be able to snag more. You're going to be able to block more, and you're going to be able to get up there with a dunk. So you know, if you got, say, a 6'4" dude or a 6'3" or even a 6'5" trying to block you, your arms are going to be a lot longer than they are, so you're going to be able to get that over the rim so they're not able to block you. Maximize that wingspan. Weight. Now here's the thing that a lot of people don't really consider for 6'7" playmakers, because a lot of people, when they make playmakers, their idea is to just sit there and dribble the shot clock out and then either put up a shot or pass it out, whatever they want to do. So like I said, this playmaker is going to be based around basically slashing. So you don't want to go minimize weight because you're going to be weak in the paint. You're going to be weak when you're driving in, things like that. The way I did it, now there's two separate weights you can go with. You can go with 190 or you can go with 200. 200 is going to make it where you can go in a little bit harder. You're going to be a little bit more rough in the paint. You know, when you go up for layups and things like that, you're going to be more rough. It's going to be more likely that it's going to go in. But that 190, I went with 190 personally because you still are a playmaker, so you still want to be fast around the court. And like I said, you're able to pull from deep as long as you got your hot spots. So I say go with 190 because you're going to get that a little extra speed. Yeah, you're going to sacrifice a little bit of, you know, your contact dunk, which you don't really get contact dunks, by the way. Your layups and things like that, but I say it makes up for the little extra speed that you can get to either get open, speed boost to the rim, or even get open for a three. So 190 pounds is my recommendation, but you can go with 200 also. Shoulder width, once again, like I said with the wingspan, max that out. It gives you an extra reach and everything like that. Covering the wingspan, it gives you an extra reach, makes it where you can block people. You know, it just gives you that extra arm length. Handed, once again, doesn't matter, pick right or left, number, pick your favorite number. So let's go ahead and get right into the attributes. Now, for this screen, I'm using my 6'7", but the attributes for the 6'7" and the 6'3" are going to basically be the same. So let's just go over it real quick. Agility and playmaking are going to be your two most important. Reason is because we are playmakers, so you want to be able to be fast and you want to be able to dribble the ball. Also, you will have a 94 passing, which is excellent. That's the point of a playmaker. The next column that I would say focus on, which clearly I did not focus on this, so I guess I'm a hypocrite, but work on your defending. You could be an all-around awesome offensive player, but if you have no defense, then there's really no point because, you know, they're going to just score right back. Now, this is where it's going to matter to whatever your build is. If you want with 6'3" or 6'7". Let's go over the 6'3" real quick. The one that you want to focus on is mid-range and your three-point shot. Now, while you're also getting these two columns filled, you need to work on your hotspots. If you don't know what the hotspots do for you, I will link the video down below. I made a video on it just here recently, and that will cover everything about your hotspots. That's what's going to make it to where you can shoot a lot better. After you have those two maxed out, I would either say work on shot off the dribble or work on layups and dunks next. It's kind of a personal preference. If you really think you're going to be driving in with the 6'3", definitely work on your layups and dunks. If you don't really want to drive in and you just want to kind of be more versatile, go with shot off the dribble. The shot off the dribble is going to be basically what the shot creators do, and this could kind of be a last ditch effort. I wouldn't rely on shot off the dribble for playmaker, but you know, you could definitely stroke with the shot off the dribble. After you have all that done, you should be good to go. Layups and dunks, like I said, you can work on that, but this is what it looks like at a 93 overall. Now with the 6'7", you're going to be basically trading off the 3-point for the layups and dunks. Now, I have enough attribute points where I can max out all 4 of these, but you know, until you get to that point, definitely do layups and dunk and mid-ranges. After you have those two maxed out, I would definitely say work on your 3-point shooting before shot off the dribble, but once again, that's a preference. In the hotspots video, I don't know if I said this, but the mixtape that I had before it, when I was showing the shooting, that was actually my 6'7". So it's clear that you can stroke from pretty deep. You can stroke in people's faces. You just gotta have them hot spots. So as far as the attributes, that's going to be it for the 6'3 and 6'7. So let's go ahead and get into the build for the small forward point forwards. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the small forward build. So of course you want to go small forward with point forward. Now with your height, this is kind of it's pretty easy since there's not really too much you can mess with. There's no point going 6'7" since you can do that with the playmaking. You can go with the point guard, sorry, and you'll be even faster. And 6'9 and 6'10, you're just way too slow to be a point forward. So really the only height that's worth it is 6'8". Wingspan, I would say max this out, and the reason is because as a small forward, you kind of want to treat this as a paint player. You want to cut to the rim, basically like you want to play it as a 6'7" point guard basically. Now that doesn't mean you're not able to shoot with the small forward. You can, but once again, I would still mainly play cutting to the rim, you know, getting layups, getting dunks, etc. So max out that wingspan so you get that extra reach over people when you're trying to dunk on them, layups, or even trying to get rebounds. You can also, small forwards I've seen, they are awesome, you know, blocking archetypes. You block people from behind on the fast break super easily. It's just they're really good at blocking shots since they're lightweight, but they're still bigger than most of the people on the court, other than centers, of course. Now for your weight, I messed around with this for a bit. As most of you guys know, I don't run with a small forward. It's usually my friends that do, but I still feel like I'm pretty good with the builds on small forwards. So like I said, I went ahead and messed around with the weight for a bit, and I came to say 210 is probably the best. And the reason is because you still want to have that strength to go into the paint. You're also a small forward, and keep in mind the 6'7" point guard is, you know, 190 to 200 pounds. So you still want to kind of be in that range, but you don't want to be that small because you are a small forward. So you're going to be matched up with either other small forwards, centers, you know, power forwards. You're going to be matched up against stronger people most of the time. So I would say 210, so you'd still be able to hold your own in the paint, but you're also still going to be fast enough to create yourself some space in case you want to get a shot up. Now with the shoulder width, the same as the wingspan, you want to max this out. It's going to give that reach advantage for when you're trying to get rebounds, or if you're trying to dunk on somebody, you're able to pull that ball higher, so less chance of getting blocked. Handed, doesn't matter, pick whatever you want, it's the preference. Like I said earlier, left doesn't shoot better than right, right doesn't shoot better than left. Number, once again, preference, it doesn't matter. So that's it for the small forward build. Let's go ahead and get into the attributes for the small forward. Okay guys, so as far as the attributes for the small forward, since I don't have one, it's going to be easy for me to tell you the best setup for your first 80 attributes. So as you can see here, I max out agility, playmaking, and defending. These are going to be, in my opinion, the 3 most important attributes, especially for point forward. Reason is because you are supposed to be fast, and you're supposed to be able to dribble, and you're also supposed to be able to pass the ball. Also, defending helps you, of course, on defense. Like I said earlier, you could be an all-around offensive player, but if you have no defense, there's really no point in it because your guy's just going to score right back on you. So after you have these 3 maxed out, I would say work on your scoring attributes. Now I'm going to treat this small forward like the 6'7", because you still have a 94 speed with the ball. You're also going to weigh more, and you're also going to be taller. So I would definitely go that route as, say, the Russell Westbrook of small forwards. Work on your layups and dunks first. After you have your layups and dunks, definitely go with your mid-range shooting. Now this is where you can decide on what you want to, the route that you want to take. You can either go with 3-point shooting, and I definitely have seen a lot of point forwards be deadly shooters, or you can go with shot off the dribble. Me personally, I would recommend 3-point shooting because shot off the dribble, I would once again leave that to shot creators, but it's up to you. After you have those maxed out, I would definitely go with rebounding. Since you are 6'8", you're a small forward, so you're the big man of the playmakers. Definitely go with rebounding. You'll be able to snag boards either way, but that's just to even give you a bigger advantage over the smaller guys that you'll either be paired up against, or you'll have the speed advantage against the bigger guys that you'll be paired up against. That's a good thing about the small forward. So that's about it for the small forward. It's a pretty simple build, and the attributes are just like the playmaker. So if you have any questions or anything like that, leave them down in the comment section below. I do get notifications on my phone every time you comment, so I should get an answer to you pretty quick. And as always, I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.